What's going on, guys? Robbie here once again, and I am super excited because we have another success story coming out of Commission Hero. I think there was something in the water yesterday because we had a lot of people get their first $1,000 day. And one of them was Stephanie. And Stephanie, I was so excited that you got your first $1,000 day. And so we're going to talk, and obviously we're going to do our ask you a bunch of questions. But the coolest thing is it really didn't take you that long to get to $1,000. Like, how long did it take you to get there?
Really, it took actually exactly 30 days, which is really exciting.
That's
Yeah.
that's amazing. That is so cool. I mean, literally 30 days ago, I mean, you weren't making any money online, and now you had your first. No, it wasn't even $1,000 day. It was like 1,400 or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually 1420 to be exact.
1420.
So it's over $1,000. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so cool, and I love that. That's why I wanted to do this video, and because obviously, stories like this and your success is going to inspire other people, right? And that's what it's all about. So Steph, tell me a little bit about your background. Like, how did you, like what do you do for a day job? Like, how did you find out about Commission Hero? Like, tell me a little bit about your story.
Sure. So, actually, I came from software sales several years ago. I was in the corporate world for years, and then I was traveling quite a bit, and it wasn't really conducive to. I have two boys, so
Yep.
I have two, and now they're teenagers, 14 and 15.
Yep.
So it wasn't really conducive to being a mom, and so my husband and I started a small, like construction renovation company.
Yep.
And I decided to just do the books. And that was like 4 years ago. And so now, I mean, my boys now are a freshman and sophomore in high school. And I was really looking, like right around Christmas time, I thought, the kids are getting a little older, and I'd really like to do something else that I can do and really can do from anywhere. We spend a lot of time in the summers, like at the lake, and I wanted to have something that I could work like on my computer, but also be like anywhere. Like I didn't have to, be at a desk, or I could just where I could, and also build some residual, like another revenue of or a stream of revenue. So anyway, I was just online, and Commission Hero, one of your, I think, sponsored ads or something came up, and so I clicked on it, and I thought, well, this is interesting, but I mean, I also thought like, okay, maybe he's like a one-hit wonder kind of thing, like wasn't sure. So, but I signed up for the seminar, or the webinar, I guess it was, and I actually listened to people just like me, that were sharing their success and that hadn't had any background in. I mean, I've come from no background in online marketing, or Facebook marketing or social media marketing. I sold education software to K-12 school districts, so it was nothing like this at all. And so so I was really intrigued, and I thought, this is definitely like a legitimate business. There are people making good money, real money. And so I decided, I kind of did my research on you and the company, and I decided, I was going to do it. And I jumped in actually the end of December. And so I took a full month, basically all of December, the rest of December and January. I just went through the course and watched videos and rewatched things, and just really learned the foundation.
Nice. I love that. Yeah, that's a great point that you mentioned, Stephanie, because it's like, and this is something I always tell people, is like when you first join, Commission Hero, or when you first jump into the course, the first thing you should do is nothing, right? The first thing you should do is you should go through every single step of it, because that's where the silly mistakes are made and everything. So the fact that you did that, you took your time, and then when you started your campaign, like literally in 30 days, you got to over $1,000 in a day, which just it's well worth the wait.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I love it.
It's a great feeling.
That's so cool. I love it. So had you done any other courses before, or anything else online, or?
No, I haven't done nothing. So it was, I was quite skeptical, as you can imagine. Because I'd never done anything like this, and so I thought, oh, is this too good to be true? No, but I hadn't, and so it's definitely been, I've learned a ton just in the month or month and a half. So yeah, it's been great.
Ah, it's amazing. So obviously your experience has been good. So what would you say are like some of the big things that you really appreciate about the course, or like what are some of the things that really have helped you get to where you are right now?
I would say definitely one is the community in the course.
Mhm.
I think that everyone really tries to help each other out.
Yeah.
It's great feedback, and also this is something that I think is, people are successful, and that's attributed to you and your constant, your constant support in the group. It's amazing to see an owner and somebody that has had this success to be basically, in the grind with everybody on a day-to-day basis, answering questions. So that's huge. I think what really makes this course so successful is you, of course, helping, but also everyone else in the group. And then I would think, I think the other thing is that your course is really like step by step. I mean, it really takes the foundation, just like when you start a business, step by step of what exactly you need to do to be successful. And if you follow those steps, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I say too.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. And it's true.
It is. It's very true.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. So Steph, what would you say is like, obviously it took you 30 days to go from starting your campaign to having your first $1,000 day. So, obviously for some other people it takes longer. So, and which is fine. I mean, everybody has their own journey, right? So,
Yeah.
but for you, like what has been like your big breakthrough, or what have been like your big aha moments, or what do you think were like the big factors that, attributed to you like in 30 days getting to that point?
I think like one of the big aha moments for me was to realize that, like, when I came into it, when I came into this, I definitely treated it like a business. I thought, you're not going to make money overnight. You have expenses just like a normal business. You have, business expenses. You have to build a business. So I really had that mentality. And I think the aha moment for me was realizing that, like, ad spend and doing things on Facebook was creating the foundation for my business to grow. And it wasn't just, if I wasn't making a profit right away or the next day, or if I wasn't, scaling as fast as I wanted to, it was because I was building the business. And I think that was the aha moment for me, because I didn't just like stop and say, well, this isn't working. I just kept I kept following the steps. I kept following the process, and it happens exactly like, like you say.
I love that. Yeah. And it's true too, because I think at the end of the day, like once you jump into Commission Hero and you see everyone that's had success, it really, you can't be in Commission Hero and do this system and say, oh, it doesn't work. Like,
no,
it's like maybe you haven't gotten there yet, and you just got to figure out why you haven't gotten there yet. But this, there's, when you eliminate the end result, which is, hey, this works, like now you just got to figure out the rest of it. Right. So I think that's important.
That's exactly it.
Now, Stephanie, what did you start out with, like, for ad spend? Like, did you spend like $1,000 a day right in the beginning, or like what did you start with?
No, I actually started with like $20 a day.
Okay.
And even at $20 a day, I was starting to make a profit. The profit wasn't $1,000 a day,
Sure.
but it was definitely, it was profit. I mean, it was making money. So
Yep.
I started at $20 a day, and then I just scaled, to a point now where I'm at that $1,000 a day.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. That's so important, because I get so many messages from people that say, oh, geez, like, it takes money to do this, but yes, it does take money, but you don't have to be starting out at $100, $300, $500.
No.
Like, you can start as low as $20 and then just scale up from there. That's which is fairly doable. I mean, geez, I think most people have $20 they can spend on on ads to scale up. I think we waste money on crazier stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. I mean, I think if people treat it like a business, and they make that, make it an important basically you're making an investment in your business. So,
Yep, for sure.
it's definitely worth it.
I love it. I love it. So let's talk a little bit about mindset. So I think mindset's a big one, right? Because I think that, as you know, like it's, this is, we're dealing with Facebook, we're dealing with all these outside factors, and obviously things don't always go as smoothly as we want them to, right? That's just life, right? So what have been like some of your, because obviously you have the right mindset, right? Because you treat it like a business, you've taken your time, and you're reaping the rewards of that. So like, what advice would you give to somebody that's, doesn't necessarily do that?
I would say, that you definitely need to have, you have to look at it as a business, and you have to have the mindset that, that you're in it for like the long haul, right? That you're not coming, like, this isn't make $1,000 a day overnight. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. I think that people look at online businesses like that, and I think that the one recommendation I would say to anyone that is interested or going to join is that you have to look at it as a business. You have to know that mindset is key, especially like with Facebook, because you're going to have ebbs and flows, right? You're going to have good traffic one day and maybe bad traffic another day. And it's really like the long haul. You have to look at the long haul. It's a marathon, not a race, I guess you could say, right? So if you look at like, here's where I want to be a year from now, right? Here's where I want to be 2 years from now. Here's where I want to be, and not like if I don't do well the first week, I'm out. Right. So I think if you really legitimately like, and any business, right? Any business you start, you're not going to start a business and a week later because it doesn't go well, throw your hands, right? Throw it all in. So that's I would say that's key for the mindset.
I love it. Yeah, that's so true. So true. That's awesome. So what would you say? I think I already know the answer to this question, but what would you say to somebody that, is on the fence and they're like, oh, geez, like I've seen Robby's ads on YouTube and Facebook, and I've thought about Commission Hero, and I just haven't jumped in yet. Like, maybe I think, I don't have enough money to spend. Like, what would you say to somebody that's making all these reasons why they shouldn't join? What would you say to somebody?
All these excuses, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I would say go for it. I mean, I will be completely candid that when I joined, my husband did not think that it was a legitimate business. He didn't. He thought, it's too good to be true, right? He really did. So I would say go for it. I mean, the proof is like in the pudding. Like the proof is that I'm a real person. I'm a mom, right? I have a small business. I mean, I'm a real person. I literally made $1,000 yesterday, $1,000 in revenue. I mean, my AdSense was, so it is a real business. You have to put the time in. And, but I would say, go for it. It's, it's life-changing. I mean, you don't normally make $1,000 a day in your normal everyday job. So I'd say.
That's all. Now, what does your husband say now?
Oh, now he's like, can you do more? Like, can you like promote other stuff? Like,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Now he's like, go to the conferences. Like, he's like, really excited. He sees, I mean, he realizes like it is legitimate, like it's a legitimate business. So.
Yeah. And don't be surprised too, Stephanie, if he wants to learn how to do it himself too. Like I know that's gonna I
think he's waiting, he's excited about me retiring him at some point.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, hey, that's great for him,
So that's our plan. He's a little bit older than I am, and he's worked pretty hard. So he's like, I'm like, okay, I've kind of stayed home and did work from home for this business. So I'm like, I'll retire you in a couple of years.
Perfect.
You'll be good.
Perfect. Hey, why not, right? I mean, it could happen for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, Stephanie. So any last minute words of or pearls of wisdom for anybody that's watching?
I would just say go for it. Go for it. It's, if you're looking to, change your career or just add extra revenue, to any extra income, definitely go for it. It's legitimate, it's life-changing, and the course and the people in the course are extremely supportive, and Robby is you are amazing. So
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Thanks, Steph. I appreciate it. Yeah. And actually, before I forget too, we got to actually show your screen. We didn't even share your screen
Oh
yet.
yeah. Yeah, we got to show the screen. Okay.
Yeah,
So
for
are you
sure.
ready? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
So
ahead and
now
share.
everyone will know this is real.
This is real. Yeah, exactly. Like if you didn't show the screen, it wouldn't be real.
Right. It wouldn't be real. Okay. So here, let me switch this over.
Sure.
Okay. Are we ready?
Ready.
All right. Here we go.
All right. So you just got to hit that green share button there. Oh, there we go. Now let's
Okay.
see here.
So
Right.
tell me when you can see it. My computer's, I think, lagging a little today.
Okay. It says it's, I don't see it yet, but we're we're
Okay.
getting there.
It's I live out in I'm in the United States. I'm in Arizona, and so I live out kind of
There we go.
in the outskirts. Yeah.
Got it. Awesome.
Can you see?
I can see it. Yes, I can.
All right. So as you see, I mean, my first week starting, I mean, I still did $300, over $300, and each week I've, until this week, and it's not even over yet, right? I've already almost done $4,000.
Yeah.
And I still have 2 more days of the week, so it's pretty exciting. I almost hit $1,000 as well, by the way, on Wednesday. This last Wednesday, I was $944. So I was just short of that.
So close.
But yeah,
I love it.
it's amazing. So my numbers just show. Sorry, my dog is in the background barking.
Oh, that's okay. No worries. It's all good. That's awesome. Yeah, it just goes to show, like, and you're very consistent too. I mean, you're doing triple digits, 500, 400, 500, 900, and then boom, 1,400. And that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah. And what's your typical profit margin on these days?
Definitely. I mean, yesterday was my profit was $1,420. I profited, I think, $933 to be exact. I think so. $933. But my ad spend was lower on some of these earlier weeks, so I was profiting definitely 50, 60. I would say definitely at least 60%.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad at all. And
not bad at all.
Yeah. And how much time are you spending per day, Stephanie, on this?
Honestly, now that I'm up and running, and I probably spend maybe a couple hours a day, give or take. I mean, when I say a couple hours, a lot of time that could be like the evening, or so it's not a ton now. The beginning, I definitely just learning a new foundation and a new business. I put in some extra hours. But the greatest thing is you can do it from anywhere, right? I could be at my kids' school in the parking lot, sitting in the car waiting for them, and listen to videos like on my phone.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's so cool.
It's very doable.
Yeah, I love it. There's so much flexibility, and it's great. And the fact that you're able to work a couple hours a day and do numbers like that is crazy, and that's what and I want everybody to learn how to do this, because it's awesome.
Yeah. I want to share it with all my friends. Like, look.
Yeah, exactly. What do your friends say? Have you told your friends about it?
Yeah, I've told a couple, and so when I just showed them like what I've done, for the month, they're like, seriously?
Wow.
So yeah, they're actually thinking about it for sure.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Great. That's awesome.
I know. I'm hoping that they'll jump on board. So, yeah, I mean, success stories are success stories. You can't, it's black and white. Here it is.
Yep, here it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, Stephanie. Well, hey, I really appreciate you doing this video and sharing your success with everybody, and answering my questions, because, as you know, like, I always share these videos with everybody. People get so fired up and inspired, and I've had so many people that say, like, oh, like, Noelle's story inspired me, or Dad, and then, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, Stephanie's story inspired me. And that's why I love to do this. So I appreciate you, taking your time, away from running your ads to, to do this video. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
I know
everybody
will love it. So, all right, guys. So that's it for now. I want to thank Stephanie once again for doing this video. Guys, if you are thinking about joining Commission Hero, stop thinking, start doing. There'll be a link somewhere on this page. And that's it for now. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.